This is a work of
Hello everyone, it is your favorite loan officer, Elle Spencer here, your LOL, and I'm back again with another video to talk to you. If this is your first time here on my channel, welcome and thank you so much for joining me. To all of you that have seen my videos in the past on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, you know that I am still a little camera shy. So please bear with me, and you know that I'm only doing this to keep you educated and informed. So this video today is going to be talking about the 3 major things you can do to make sure that you get approved, the major things that these lenders are looking for, and some insider secrets to help you get approved. Okay, so you're going to be able to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. I am a full-time loan originator. You can think of me as the person that puts together a file and presents the case to the underwriters. I definitely want to win the case because I don't get paid if I don't, and I don't get to see your dreams come true. So you get to see firsthand what I'm looking for in order to build a case for you. Even if you don't work with me in the future, at least you have the information and you know that no one's going to be able to get over on you because you got your information from a trusted home loan advisor, okay? So we're going to dive right into how to get approved. Here we go. Now, before you even begin shopping around or going to open houses and looking for the home that you want, you're going to want to get a pre-approval, okay? This means that you're going to want to talk to a licensed professional about what the process is like, ask as many questions as you can, and you're going to want to see where you stand. You want to speak to a licensed professional because you want to get pre-approved. Sellers and real estate agents will begin to take you a little more seriously, honestly, and begin to want to negotiate with you once they know exactly how much you can afford. Right? To begin what is called the pre-approval process, okay? We're going to take a look at 3 main factors. From there, we send your pre-approval letter with an amount, and it's going to be based on your credit, your income, and your debt. A lot of licensed professionals probably won't tell you this because we don't like to be shopped, but I am looking out for your best interest because I'm your trusted home loan advisor. So listen carefully. In the approval process, you're going to want to try to get at least 3 pre-approvals. You're going to try to get pre-approved for the most at the best rate, okay? And how you know that you're going with the right person and the right company is very simple. You're going to want to go with someone who is concerned about your needs, who wants to answer the questions that you have, who seems like they have time and the availability to answer the questions that you have. And then that is going to be the person that is going to build the best and strongest case for you to go and present to the underwriters for approval, okay? So if a loan officer is hard to get on the phone with, it's really hard to get some of their time. They aren't following up with you like they should. They're trying to steer you into a loan program that seems like you can't really afford comfortably and things of that nature. They're probably not the best loan officer for you. But if you're dealing with someone who is presenting you with options, who is patient, friendly, and genuinely cares about keeping you informed, then you know you are dealing with the right person, okay? Little insider secret. Now we're gonna get right back into how to get pre-approved. Now, I did say that loan officers are going to be pre-approving you based on 3 factors, but I do want to go into detail and give you a little inside scoop on what exactly we're looking for in your credit, your income, and your debts. In general, in credit, we are looking for a specific credit score because that'll determine which loan program we can go with, right? I know a lot of different lenders will say they will accept low credit scores as low as a 500. Some will accept a 480, but I'm going to let you know that in order to for sure get approved for a great and the best rate for you, you're going to want to be above a 620, okay? This is why. Interest rates at a 480 are going to be much higher than they would be at a 500. But not slightly different. But if you were to get from a 500 and compare your rate quote from there onto when you reach a 620, you're going to see a drastic, major difference. So if you have a 480 and you've been putting in the work and you've gotten up to a 500, a good loan officer is going to tell you that it is in your best interest to get to at least a 600 or 620. Okay? I'm only a part-time YouTube creator, so please bear with me and my notes. Okay. Yes. Another thing that we're going to be looking for, and I'm going to go to my notes for this, is at least 3 lines of credit in good standing, okay? So the key word here is active and in good standing, and you're going to want to make sure that there are no late payments on these. If there are late payments, you're going to want to make sure that there is at least 12 months of consecutive on-time payments. And this is all that we're looking for in the credit portion. Okay, now on the income side, we're looking for a lot of different things, okay? But the main thing that you want to know here is that we're looking for 2 years of work history, okay? So more than likely, we're going to ask you to save your W-2s because that's going to make the process a lot faster as far as getting the pre-approval, because the sooner we can look at your income and determine what you can afford is the sooner you can get out and go shopping for the home that you want, right? So in your work history, honestly, we're looking for income increases. Decreases do raise red flags, okay? So if we do see an income decrease, that's just going to require a lot more paperwork, a lot of explanation to the underwriters, and we don't want to raise questions or red flags, okay? So if there is a decrease in your income, honestly, I mean, you can't help that, but I do know ways around that. You know, being in this field and, you know, knowing how to get creative, you know that you can write a letter of explanation depending on the circumstance and everything will still be a-okay. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to tell you that you definitely want to avoid any decreases in your pay, okay? How do you avoid that? Do better at work. Be that squeaky wheel that gets the grease, you know, go for that pay increase, you know, that you've been wanting and feel like you deserve, and do whatever you need to do to get there, you know, ask for more hours, or, you know, you can pick up a side job. You'll see. Once you really talk to your licensed professional, you'll see that we're actually looking for a lot of things as far as your income is concerned. But the main thing that you want to know is 2 years of work history that is consistent and not decreasing. Increases are great, but decreases raise red flags. Now, this is an insider secret about income that will definitely keep you from getting approved, no matter how much money you make, and that is the amount of deductions on your tax returns. If you write off too much, it looks like you did not make as much as you did during the year. And this could hurt your approval odds, honestly. For example, I know someone who owns $1 million business and they get well over that in profit. But the thing of the matter is, to avoid paying as much in taxes, they made it seem like they make about $30,000, which means that they can't buy a $500,000 home, even though they make enough money to do so, right? So in order to present a case to my underwriters, it's going to have to make sense on paper. So definitely prepare this year to pay taxes on your business if you want to use your business income, okay? I would say that that is the #1 thing I would want you to take away from this video, is watch your deductions because it will hurt your ability to get approved, okay? If you wait until you're ready to buy to talk to a licensed professional, this is just one of the things that you run into. You feel this feeling of disappointment when you are so sure that you can afford something, but we cannot prove it on paper, you know? So there are ways around it, you know. An incredible and creative loan officer who really cares and really wants to see you reach the finish line is going to give you advice on amending your tax returns and probably connect you with a professional that can help. This is just the things and the reality of this business. We want to help, but we can't help everyone, right? So how you can help yourself and help me is by taking this advice early and amending last year's tax returns and preparing to pay the appropriate taxes this year so you can look great on paper, okay? The last and final factor is your debts. And all I can really say about this is keep them to a minimum. You want to keep your debts as low as possible. And honestly, this goes back to what I said about credit because it's going to increase your credit score, which is going to help you on your approval odds, and it's going to help you get that low interest rate that you want, right? In this market, the interest rate is going to be the number one thing that's going to determine whether you are building wealth or, you know, just buying a house to give to the bank. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I have to have these conversations in depth with the people that I know, everyone that I come across, because yes, you know, getting approved and getting a home is great, but what's not great is getting in that home and realizing that you cannot afford to be there. So you want to get with a licensed professional that you trust before you're ready to buy so you can find out where you stand and find out what you need to do to get to a place where you can get in a home and stay in it comfortably. I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent while talking about credit. I'm really passionate about the information that I'm giving because the reality of the situation is a lot of people go into this process and they are misinformed, and there are trustworthy people out there, but unfortunately there are people that aren't trustworthy and they're only in it for monetary value, and they aren't in it to see that you get what you need out of this deal as well. So you're going to want to work with someone who, I said again, is willing to answer the questions that you have, is presenting you options and explaining everything in detail, because this is going to be the person that you can trust to present a great case for you to these underwriters who can say approval or denial, okay? Now back to credit. I just wanted to say one more thing about the last factor, which is debt. It does go hand in hand with credit, so that's kind of how I got off on that tangent. But the number one thing I want to say to you is I'm not saying that you can't and you shouldn't use your lines of credit. You definitely should, because it will boost your credit score, and here's how. If you use about, let's say, all of your credit limit, and you find out how first and foremost, you're going to want to contact your creditor and find out when they report to the credit bureaus and how often, okay? Because this is going to let you know when you can use your credit limit and how much you can use at a time. So a good kind of area to be in as far as your credit limit is about 20%. So if you find that you've used more than the 20%, just make sure you pay it down to about 20% when your payment is due. That way, once the creditors report to the bureaus, it's showing that you are using your credit limits responsibly, which boosts them more than not using them at all. So credit is good. Lines of credit are good. Credit cards are great. Secured credit cards are fantastic if you want to boost your credit score quickly If you want to know more, I can make a whole nother video about credit, because there's a lot, involved with that too. In my profession, you get to know a lot of tips and tricks on how to help people boost their credit without having to go and pay someone tons of money. So if you want, you can comment below and let me know if you want me to make a separate video about repairing your credit without having to pay someone. I'm going to be including all of the business contact information, all of my special guest contact information, including my own. So if you know anyone who is looking or is in the market of buying and want more information, tell them that you know someone that you trust, which is me and my friends here on this channel, okay? As always, thank you again for tuning in. I am your favorite loan officer and most trusted here in Texas and Louisiana. My name is Elle Spencer, but you can call me your LOL, and I am here to keep you informed and educated. I do not do this for likes. I do not do this for comments, but if you know of anyone who is interested in this information or is in the market and buying and you want them to be informed, share this video with them and tell them to subscribe so I can be with them every step of the way, okay? As always, I'm going to be back again. Thank you so much. I'm done talking. I got to get back to work, but I will see you next time. Bye.
This is a work of art.